I'm sure a lot of you have heard of Hormone Harmony by Happy Mammoth, the supplement that helps women maintain optimal hormone levels with over 50,000 glowing reviews from women worldwide, and 98% saying they'd recommend it to friends and family. Well, now you can take those results even further by pairing it with their prebiotic collagen protein. It helps to relieve occasional bloating and gas, reduce sugar cravings, and help you feel satisfied longer, as well as boost energy and help stabilize mood swings. Because your gut directly affects your hormones, improving gut health can actually help your hormone harmony results, so you can feel like yourself again. Happy Mammoth is dedicated to making women's lives easier, and that means using only science-backed ingredients that have been proven to work for women. They make no compromise when it comes to quality, and it shows. Right now, you can try prebiotic collagen protein and hormone harmony risk-free and get 15% off your entire first order with code HAPPYME at checkout. That's code HAPPYME at happymammoth.com to get 15% off your entire first order.
DC High Volume Batman. The Dark Knight's definitive DC Comics stories. Adapted directly for audio for the very first time.
Fear. I have to make them afraid.
He's got a motorcycle. Get after him or I'll have you shot.
You mean blow up the building?
From this moment on, none of you are safe.
New episodes every Wednesday, wherever you get your podcasts.
Let's hang out. And let's talk about what Lez is about. And let's listen to two lesbians shout. Let's hang out.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Let's Hang Out. I'm Ellie Brigida.
And I'm Leigh Holmes Foster, and here's what's happening this week.
This week in the Lesdom.
This week in the Lesdom is a place where we can touch base each episode about things going on with the podcast or otherwise. In season 9, we are continuing our Patreon bonus episodes. Our next Patreon bonus episode is going to be about My Old Ass. If you haven't seen it, it's a great film. Leigh has not seen it, and so she's going to watch it, and we're going to talk about it. It's going to be really fun. You can listen to that and all of the rest of our bonus episodes at bit.ly/lespatreon.
We also want to remind you that we are going to France next year in March 25th to 31st. We still have some spots open, and we are really excited to find out if other people want to sign up. We're going to be closing that door soon. So if you want to get those spots before they are gone, you can join us at bit.ly/LesDoFrance to come have a gay time in Paris.
In the greater Lez universe, The Lovers, which is a new queer web series that is out on Amazon Prime, on Vimeo. It's an independent series written and produced and starring Davielle Shai, who we just had on the podcast. Her episode will be coming out in a few weeks. We want to really let you all know that episode's coming out soon. So if you want to watch The Lovers before the episode, we highly, highly recommend it. And you're supporting independent queer media.
Also, in the Greater Lez universe, the Hunting Wives stars, who are so hot right now, had a little cheeky moment between Brittany Snow and Malin Ackerman, who they come out, and Brittany Snow is like, "Oh, sorry, it took me so long to come out." And then Malin's like, "Oh, I don't mind waiting for you to come out." Mm-hmm. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So that's fun as we, have the announcement that season 2 is green lighted. So
give us,
and I am going to watch it, Ellie. I'm going to watch it.
You really need to watch it. And also, I will say, Brittany Snow did come out.
Yeah,
which is great. Brittany Snow is bi.
As we all been new, I feel like.
It's obvious. Yeah. But yes, thank you for sharing.
But we're happy
as well.
for her.
We're happy for you. Also, in the Greater Lez universe, there have been some videos of Brandi Carlile circulating at the Lipstick Lounge in Nashville, singing karaoke, and also watching other people sing Brandi Carlile songs for karaoke. And all I can say is, fuck my life that I wasn't there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, what's gonna come out of your mouth? Like, I want this for me. Why?
That could have been my big break, and here instead. But one day I will sing with Brandi Carlile.
You just got to keep doing karaoke everywhere you go at all times, Ellie. That's the only option
I have
here.
done karaoke at the Lipstick Lounge before, so it could have been me. I've played
Your
a gig.
time will come.
I've played a paid gig at the Lipstick Lounge, Leigh. Could have been me.
I know this. That's why I'm saying. You're telling me things like I don't know your life. What do you think?
I'm saying it to our audience.
Okay. We need all of you to know that could have been
That
Ellie.
could have been me.
Okay.
Yes.
That's what's happening this week. Back to you, Ellie and Leigh.
Thanks, Ellie and Leigh, and welcome to our 152nd installment of Shoulda Been Gay.
Oh, it was fun, it was great, but it should have been a little more gay.
And in this week's episode, you know what's coming. I'll be there for you.
When the rain starts to fall, I'll be there for you.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Nailed it.
Perfect. Cannot wait. Today's episode, we are going to be talking about Friends. Full disclosure, today...
It's an audible. It's fine.
It's a little bit of an audible. Today, one of our guests did not show up, and so we decided, you know what? We're going to record a random Should Have Been Gay. And we've had Friends on our list since the beginning because if you're going to do a TV show or movie, just in general, Friends is like the one,
most iconic.
Right?
Yeah.
The one to do. I've actually also been watching The Morning Show lately. Do you watch The Morning Show, Leigh?
I do not.
Well, Jennifer Aniston's on it, so I feel like Jennifer Aniston has been on my mind. So I feel like it's going to be an interesting one. I feel like it's also like the kind of thing that's so pervasive in our culture that it is something where we can just sit down and be like, okay, yeah, it should have been, it's gay, and here we go. Let's go.
Here's the thing. We are fueled by zero prep, none research, nothing but vibes and audacity, and I think that's when we're at our best.
I think it's going to be the best episode we've ever recorded. So here we freaking go. Hit me with the IMDb synopsis, Leigh.
IMDb synopsis for Friends is as follows. Follows the personal and professional lives of 6 20 to 30-year-old friends living in the Manhattan borough of New York City, which I think is remarkable for possibly being the least interesting or exciting or relevant IMDb synopsis we've had yet.
Well, I also feel like it's sort of the point is like the more you, I feel like the further away we get from Friends, the more I'm like, yeah, it is pretty boring and unremarkable.
Sure.
Sorry to you, Friends fans. I'm so sorry.
If you had to hit me with a gay synopsis, what would it be?
Okay, yes. And like we said, listeners, no prep work, but here we go. My gay synopsis is going to be, this is the ultimate, but they were roommates with pretty much everyone on the show.
So true.
And that's my gay synopsis.
So true. Okay, if I had to do my gay synopsis, it literally would be this. The personal and professional lives of 6 20 to 30-year-old friends living in New York City, and you expect me to believe they are all straight?
Well, to be fair,
incorrect.
There are some gay characters in this, but not the main friend group.
Incorrect.
I agree.
Find me any group of 6 people in New York where all of them are straight. False.
You can't.
You can't do.
Impossible.
Doesn't exist.
And who can afford those apartments? Impossible.
Yeah. No.
Impossible. Well, Leigh, what was your experience with Friends?
So here's the thing. My experience with Friends is I feel like Friends was another one of those shows where when a lot of the early seasons were coming out, like I feel like my parents didn't want my brother and I to watch Friends because they were like, that it's not appropriate, right? Like I think they thought it was like too adult for us, you know? And so I didn't really start watching it more until probably some of the later seasons, but then it was just sort of like this ubiquitous show, right? Like it was the cultural zeitgeist for, I mean, basically the entirety of its run. And
it was 10 seasons long. I just had to look. So it started in 1994, ended in 2004, like 10, a full decade.
It ran through when I graduated high school in 2004, right? So I feel like for most of like later seasons, like probably like the back half, like I remember when I was little, like I remember it being a thing and my parents not wanting us to watch it. But I also feel like I watched a lot of it later on. And then I remember it's just the sort of show where it's like it was on in syndication all the time. So like all through high school, if you were ever home, like you stayed home sick for a day, you could just watch Friends all day long, right? So I feel like that was where I probably watched most of like the earlier episodes later on. Then I know at one point when I was in graduate school, I think my roommates must have had all the DVD box set of it. And like Kelsey and I watched the whole series for sure at least once, right? And it was one of those where it was like you're watching it and you were like, this doesn't all age great.
No.
a lot of it doesn't age great. And that was even like when I was in graduate school. I mean, that was like nearly 2 decades ago at this point, you know? So it's like, I've seen so many of these episodes so many times. I've seen the whole show start to finish. Like, I haven't watched it recently because honestly, I find it hard to go back to sometimes. The laugh track is a lot.
Yeah, like I feel like it's very of its time.
Oh, for sure.
And
for
that's
sure.
like, I do feel like it's funny to do a should have been gay on it because I also just feel like the gayer you get, the further away you get from Friends. Like, to me, Friends is actually one of the straightest shows in the history of the world.
Which is why it should have been gay, but we're still gonna dig deep.
Yes. Like,
you
it's
know?
like, I think about like, because I think Will and Grace was also running like sort of simultaneously to this, right? I'm like, what are the times? Yeah. So Will and Grace ran from 1998 to 2008. And I feel like I continuously go back to Will and Grace because I'm like, this is the gay Friends. And that's basically the pitch for Will and Grace, right?
Yes.
They were like, Friends was such a hit. Let's do a gay Friends. And it's like, I much prefer, as a gay person, to go back and watch it. But I'm like, I feel like I also associate Friends so much with like the most straight women in the world.
Yes.
No offense to all of you, but you're
100%.
probably not listening to this podcast.
100%. And it is, I mean, I feel like the thing is we're still going to talk about the things that we find gay in it, and that's fine. I do feel like, regardless of how, like, there's so much stuff that doesn't age well in it. But what I think is funny is a lot, like, the vast majority of the stuff that doesn't age well is also like how terrible the men were, which just
lends perfectly to a should have been gay, like perfectly. I don't know if I talked about my experience. I'm sorry. I just like went on a rant about how Friends is the straightest show.
No, tell us about it. Quick. Tell us your story with Friends.
Because like I say that, and also I've probably seen every single episode. I watched a lot of it like while it was on TV or in reruns. I don't know if I ever like actively did a Friends watch. It just like was always on. And so I feel like I've seen random episodes, not necessarily in order. And I know like pretty much the whole thing.
I'm going to tell you, you don't lose much.
I don't really think I need to watch it from beginning to end. Like, I won't.
Yeah. Well, and that's because the thing is also like, sometimes I wonder if how long it's going to take until we get to the point where like most of our listeners like no longer have the touch point of when you had the like, 25 episode seasons of like, it was so much filler anyways,
Yeah, like
so
you're watching a random episode and you're like, this means nothing for the plot.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
But yeah, I mean, I've seen most of it. It's such a cultural touch point. I do feel like all of those actors I'm big fans of. I mean, I'm a fan of Jennifer Aniston, of Lisa Kudrow, of Courtney Cox, like, and like all the women. Some of the men are also fine.
R.I.P. Matthew Perry.
Yeah, like, the men are fine. And I think that's sort of the point. But it's also like from a diversity touch point. Like I was just looking at a picture thing, right? And it was like, oh, well, we have a blonde, a redhead, and a brunette. So like we have diversity and then 3 men who pretty much are like very similar types.
Who's a redhead?
Jennifer Aniston. Rachel isn't, or would you consider her blonde?
I'd call her blonde.
I feel like she's red. They have her as a redhead.
That is a stretch.
All right, blonde-ish. Really trying in this picture to be like, everyone's different.
That's a stretch, man. I would say she's a dirty blonde.
Sure. But either way, the diversity of the 6 friends is very lackluster.
I mean, it's lackluster, but I also think that giving us the 2 slightly plus flavors of women contrasted with the flavors of men who are the hot, dumb one, the funny one, and the terrible one. I mean...
Well, I will say, too, that Ross and Monica are Jewish, so we have that as well. But, like...
Diversity, man. That's 1994 diversity for you.
That's, like, the bulk of it. So, yeah, I haven't watched it in quite a while, but I do feel like it's all in. I have a lot of it in here.
You know what I think is crazy? I feel like just maybe to put a cherry on the top of this discussion of like how much of a cultural institution Friends is. I want you to know that, because I just went also to look up photos of Jennifer Aniston as Rachel to sanity check myself that she's not a redhead in this. When you type in Rachel to Google, I want you to know that the first autocorrect, or not
Is
autocorrect, like the first autocomplete that comes up is Rachel Green.
Yeah.
Before any actual real person's name, Rachel Green fills in on top of everyone. That's wild.
Sounds right.
That's wild. Okay. So, anyways, Friends, it's a thing. We're gonna talk about the gayest things about it and the terrible things about it, and it's all gonna sort of go hand in hand, and I think that's okay.
It's gonna be great. So let's start from the we'll say which characters should have been gay, but let's start with like the real gay in it, because there is.
Yeah, sure. We should shout out Susan.
Like
right?
there is lesbian representation, and I do feel like one of the first real lesbian rep we've got on TV. I do feel like it is important to talk about, because the Friends episode, the one with the lesbian wedding, aired in 1996. First lesbian wedding on American television, right? And 2 network affiliates refused to air the episode. So even though I'm like, of course we can agree, there's some problematic shit here. Friends.
Yeah, I mean, they put them in those hats for one
Yeah,
thing,
like they're heinous outfits.
those hats are hate crime.
The story of Carol is very much told through the lens of her scorned ex.
Oh, yes.
Right? So it's
There's
like
so many things in this show are told through the lens of
so
Ross,
it's like
and it
we
makes
don't-
all of them problematic.
Yeah, like we don't really get like Carol as our protagonist, but it is a big moment for queer people on TV. I don't want to discount that. I was reading a Reddit article which made me laugh, like the opposite of what we're talking about, where someone was like, why was everyone at Carol and Susan's wedding a lesbian? They don't know any straight people? ? And I'm like, that's also a plus. They did an accurate lesbian wedding. Like, of course there's no straight people at this lesbian wedding. The only ones there are the freaking friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like parents. So I feel like even though they like leaned into the caricatures of lesbianism, it was very much played for the butt of a joke. We've got some.
Well, and that's, I think if we're going to talk about like the actual queer rep in the show, and because the thing is, truthfully, I don't want to spend a ton of time on the actual queer rep because all of it was not great. The Carol Susan thing, like a lot of it was problematic, portrayed badly. I would say the other like most legit queer rep that you had going on was, I mean, again, it's like I almost don't even know how to bring it up, because in the show, if you watched the show, here's what you know. It's Chandler's dad, who is a trans woman, who is misgendered constantly, endlessly, right? Like, and I'm like, I almost don't even know how to say it, because still, having watched the show a ton, that's what comes, like, that's what's in my head, is like, oh yeah, remember Chandler's dad was trans, and I'm like, that's wrong.
Yeah.
And I know that's bad, but what are you going to say? If I said Chandler's mom, you would think of the character that was Chandler's mom in the show, who was a different person, right? You could say Chandler's trans mom, and I guess that's probably what we should start saying, but it's also like,
not what they said on the show.
What they said on the show over and over and over again.
Which was obviously,
and that was also
horrible misgender.
Mostly
played for a joke.
Yeah, like horribly represented, always the butt of a joke, misgendered constantly. I mean, just not great. Not great. I'd rather...
Yes. Let's dive into the should have been gay of it all, but I felt like it was worth communicating.
We should. Yeah, I mean, you can't ignore the fact that, like, obviously it ran for, like 10 years, 90s through the early aughts. Like, there was some rep, but that's not what we're here for. That's not what we were looking for.
So let's dive in.
Don't go back to it for the queer content is what we're saying, younger listeners, you know?
It's not worth it for the queerness. Well, let's dive into who should have been gay, Leigh. Who's like top of your list?
Okay, if I had to pick so if we're focusing on like the, core 6, right? Like the main Friends crew, I think my easiest go-to is Phoebe.
Obviously,
right? Phoebe by icon. I don't even know why like it's wild to me that wasn't the case when the show was made.
Yes, but also I feel as though she was openly bi. Like I'm trying to like figure it out. I like Googled it even. basically saying that in quite a few episodes, she talks about how, like, oh, if it was between Rachel and Monica, like, oh, Rachel would totally be my girlfriend.
Yeah.
And then, like, there's an episode where Ross and Monica's cousin comes, and Phoebe, and who is a woman, and Phoebe clearly has a crush on the super hot husband, right? Super hot cousin. And also, in season 7, Phoebe kisses Rachel on the lips, right? So I do feel as though she's openly pretty gay, but they don't explore it. But they don't
explore it. She never has a love interest who's not a man. But I also just feel like, especially, I mean, even at the time, right? I'm like, you're going to tell me around the Y2K era in New York City that you have like
an artist.
The kooky, like granola sort of constantly unexpected friend of the group. Who's got like
never bring a girl home.
Yeah, right? I'm like, just the skirts alone, like the flowing sort of witchcore vibes, like it just doesn't make sense.
Yes, I feel like it's very much there. Also, doesn't she date Paul Rudd?
Yes.
And I just feel as though Paul Rudd is very much like a pretty boy queer stand-in. You know what I mean? I feel like we talked about this like when we did a Should Have Been Gay on Clueless. Paul Rudd has bi-wife energy.
Yeah, I could see that.
Like, so it's funny, like, she dated Paul Rudd for so long in the show. Like, it's giving very much bi-wife energy. Okay, Smelly Cat. You know the song?
Say more.
Okay, well, we all know the song Smelly Cat.
Okay.
I feel as though no straight person is writing a song about a cat.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, fully her music is, like, queer anthems. How many current queer people are singing Smelly Cat to their cats while they're naked in bed with their partner? Like, that's all I'm saying.
I also, okay, so there's an episode, and it's called The One with Phoebe's Ex-Partner.
Mm-hmm.
And it is about Phoebe's ex-singing partner, Leslie.
Yes! Oh my gosh, this episode's so gay.
Who they wrote Smelly Cat together, and then Leslie stole Smelly Cat for like a commercial.
Yes.
Right?
That's gay. Like, that is her full-on ex. Yes. Their whole squabble is giving... When we did I know I keep bringing up other Should Have Been Gays, but it's making me laugh. When we did another Should Have Been Gay on How I Met Your Mother, it's giving Robin Sparkles with her ex-partner. Like, that is giving, we wrote this song about our cat, you left me, and you stole the song. And, like, the sexual tension and the, like, undertones of exes is so heavy. I agree.
It's very, like, my ex-partner, we broke up, we sang together, right? Like, it's pretty gay.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty gay.
Also, I know this is not gay, but Phoebe is a surrogate at some point.
Yes.
And
for her
brother. Yeah, which is, like, I feel like a very queer thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Is, like, I feel like her mind is very queer. Like, she thinks in a way that's quite expansive. Like, Phoebe would be poly, let's be real.
Oh, 100%.
Like, girl is living on a commune, singing to her 3 partners.
Yeah.
That's what I see for Phoebe.
I definitely agree with you where it's like, you know, all those things when people are like, you know, bisexuals are attracted to, like, bisexual women. Like, bisexual women are attracted to, like, all women and then, like, 3 nerdy dudes.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of feel like that was actually Phoebe's vibe on the show.
Yes.
Like, she talks about the physical attraction and aesthetic of women a lot. And then, yes, only dates, like, Paul Rudd bi-wife energy guys.
Exactly.
Like, Paul Rudd, who else does she, who's the guy that is the scientist that she dates?
Oh, yes.
And he's played by the guy who's in The Birdcage, and he's in everything. Hank Azaria.
Yes.
Right? She dates Hank Azaria. And, like, same thing. His character on this show, I'm like, that man doesn't have a straight wife.
No. None of them do.
No.
No. Every man she dates, bi-wife energy so hard. I just feel like if we were going to make it gay, like at some point, we should have had an episode where Phoebe does start dating a woman. And then to be fair, keep it within the vein of Friends. Like all of her friends will be weird and homophobic. Like they still suck. But like, let's see it. Let's see them be
and
like.
Listen,
Mm-hmm.
a la 2000 offensive level of representation. I think you could even like the one where Phoebe's a lesbian.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they would have called that episode.
Exactly. But like, just give it to us. It would be toxic. It would be problematic. At the end of the episode, she'd be like, that was fun and now I'm done. But like, it's great.
They'd straight up kissing Jessica Stein.
Yes. I'm not saying that it should have been gay for Friends would be good gay rep.
No, it can't be.
No, like I just think like it physically couldn't be because then it wouldn't be Friends.
There's no good anything rep on this show, quite honestly.
No, not at all. Let's take a quick break and come back and talk about more of the Friends.
How do I stay in the moment and truly enjoy sex? What's stopping me from orgasming with my partner? I'm ready to explore my kinks and fantasies in the bedroom. Where do I start? You and your fantasies aren't broken, but your sex ed probably was. I'm DB, sex educator with a Master's of Public Health and host of Sex Ed with DB, your go-to podcast for smart, science-backed sex education featuring trusted insights from conversations with top experts about everything you've been too scared to ask about sex. And this season, we're going all in on pleasure. Solo pleasure, partner pleasure, orgasms, porn, queer joy, kinks, sex toys, fantasies, you name it. We're here to help you feel more informed, more empowered, and a whole lot more turned on to help you have the best sex. Listen to Sex Ed with DB wherever you get your podcasts, and tune into our newest season, All About Pleasure, every Wednesday starting June 18th. Sex Ed with DB. It's the sex ed you've always wanted.
This podcast you're listening to, it was once just a dream. A dream that became reality not by accident, but because someone decided not to let the what-ifs keep them from creating something they believed in. Starting your own business is a dream lots of us share, but too many let it remain just a dream. Don't hold yourself back from creating what you believe in, and turn those what-ifs into why-nots with Shopify by your side. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world, and 10% of all e-commerce in the US, from household names like Mattel and Gymshark to brands just getting started. What if I can't design a website? Shopify's got you with beautiful, ready-to-go templates to match your brand's style. What if I need a hand? Get help with everyday tasks like enhancing product images, writing product descriptions, or generating discount codes with Shopify's AI tools created for commerce. What if people haven't heard about my brand? Shopify helps you find your customers with easy-to-run email and social media campaigns. And what if I get stuck? Shopify's always around to share advice with their award-winning 24/7 customer support. So turn those dreams into and give them the best shot at success with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/realm. Go to shopify.com/realm. Shopify.com/realm. Summer really lends itself to a minimal effort, maximum impact makeup look. When it comes to looking and feeling your best, especially in the August heat, sometimes less is more. And when you're working with fewer products, you want the quality to be high, which is why Thrive Causemetics is your go-to for a simple, clean, and radiant summer look. Every product is 100% vegan, cruelty-free, and made with clean, skin-loving ingredients that work with your skin, not against it. One of my favorite Less is More products is their Brilliant Eye Brightener. It's a waterproof eyeshadow and highlighter stick that comes in 34 shades. The shimmer shades are great for brightening up your inner corners, and they also have really lovely neutral matte shades that, again, can make a really big impact on your overall look without requiring too much product. Plus, for every product purchased, Thrive Causemetics donates products and funds to help communities thrive. And with over $150 million in product and cash donations to over 600 giving partners, your purchase directly fuels real impact. Maximize your look with minimal effort. Go to thrivecosmetics.com/thrive for an exclusive offer of 20% off your first order. That's Thrive Causemetics, CAUSEMETICS, audible.com/thrive.
Goodbye, summer movies. Hello, fall.
I'm Anthony Devaney.
And I'm his twin brother, James.
We host Raiders of the Lost podcast, the ultimate movie podcast, and we are ecstatic to break down late summer and early fall releases. We have Leonardo DiCaprio leading a revolution in one battle after another, Timothée Chalamet playing power ping pong in Marty Supreme.
Let's not forget Emma Stone in Yorgos Lanthimos' Begonia. Dwayne Johnson, he's coming for that Oscar in The Smashing Machine. Spike Lee and Denzel teaming up again, plus Daniel Day-Lewis's return from retirement.
There will be plenty of blockbusters to chat about too. Tron Ares looks exceptional, plus Mortal Kombat 2 and Edgar Wright's The Running Man starring Glenn Powell. Search for Raiders of the Lost podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube.
Hey, Michael.
Hey, Tom.
So big news to share, right?
Yes, huge, monumental, earth-shaking.
Heartbeat sound effect big. Mate is back.
That's right. After a brief snack nap.
We're coming back. We're picking snacks.
We're eating snacks.
We're rating snacks.
Like the snackologists we were born to be.
Mate is back.
Mike and Tom eat snacks.
Wherever you get your podcasts.
Unless you get them from a snack machine, in which case, call us.
Call us.
Okay, if we had to dive in with our next up, who's next up of our core crew?
So for me, I feel as though I have now pairings left.
Okay.
Because I feel like Phoebe just like straight up identity, understood. We get this.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Chandler and Joey have such a bromance.
So true.
That there's so many gay undertones there. I mean, they even date the same woman. And I feel like transference is like, I feel like they're like bro code, but also like, I just like to be inside the same woman you were inside of, you know? And that's gay.
I hate it and totally get it. Yeah.
And also like love, what's her name? The one who's like, whatever.
Janice.
Love Janice. But like, do both of you have to date her? Not really.
No.
Not really. Chandler barely likes her.
Plus, yeah, see, that honestly, what I was going to say is I feel like Janice needed a girlfriend.
Yes. What if Janice and Phoebe dated?
I don't know if I see Janice and Phoebe together. I don't know. I feel like I could see Janice actually more with like Monica.
Interesting. Why do you say that?
I will tell you why. Because I think they're both a lot.
Yeah.
In ways that they could appreciate and manage about each other. Right? Because I think the thing with Janice is like Janice was... it's not even that I would say Janice was needy. I don't think that was actually the problem with Janice. I think Janice wanted to be there for her partner.
I feel like she was highly attentive, right?
Yes,
and
all the
I
time.
do feel like Monica needs some taking care of.
Yes.
And so Janice would be like, I got you, honey. I know you're stressed right now. Let me take care of everything.
Yes, because that's the thing. They portrayed her as needy, and I actually don't think she was. I think she was present to a degree that men were supposed to find overbearing.
Yes, but a lesbian would be obsessed with.
But a lesbian would eat that shit up. Because think about it. She was like endlessly supportive, endlessly like charmed, and like, oh my gosh, you're just so funny. I love you so much. I just appreciate everything about you. I just want to be around you. Like, I saw you were doing a thing, and so I'm here. And that was the joke.
Yes.
And I'm like, that's not a bad
exactly.
thing.
She's like, you have something that's important to you, and I showed up to it, and everyone's like, oh, you suck.
Whereas, even though I will say, like, I think Monica and Chandler were easily the best relationship that we got in this show. Even with the two of them, there's so many times where Monica's like, I care deeply about a thing. And the response from Chandler is like, that's too much. And how would I ever be expected to care about a thing that you care about as much as you do? And you know who would?
Janice.
Janice would, man. That's who would do it.
I'm also just laughing. Listeners, while you're here, I don't know, 20 minutes into the episode, how are we doing with an episode? I'm like, the fact that I was like, we're just going to wing it. And then you went into a deep psychological, like, thing about Janice in particular. Like, it's not even like we're talking about like the main friends. We clearly have this is deeply burrowed into our, like,
it lives in
our
it.
millennial
You can't get it
brains.
out. You can't get it out. I've spent too many hours with this deeply problematic show to not think about all the things they did badly. And I truly believe, honestly, like, I would die on this hill. I think Janice was done dirty by this show. Like,
So true.
Janice wasn't that bad. Her voice kind of annoying.
yeah.
Okay, sure, fine, whatever.
Everything else,
that's livable. Like, that's
makes
fine.
me laugh so hard.
You can get past that. Her voice less annoying than Ross's entire personality.
So fucking true.
I'm just gonna say that.
That man is the worst in the entire world.
He's terrible. He's terrible. We're not even at him yet because he's gonna be dead last on our list. And we both know it.
Oh,
so that's what I would say. I would say I would put Janice with Monica.
I like that. Well, I will say too, I wanted to say a few more things about Chandler and Joey. Number one, obviously, live in the same apartment for a really long time. And I feel like they like really fight moving. Like they are really like, we are hanging on to this thing for dear fucking life.
Yeah.
And when they like break up kind of, it's like real intense. And also they raise a child together, sort of. Their dog.
Yeah.
I feel like it's giving like, and I don't know if they did this in any episodes, but I feel like they sort of do, where like they give them like back and forth dialogue that really is like, Joey is like the like nagging wife.
Yeah.
And like Chandler's like, oh honey. Like I feel like there's this bickering between the two of them.
Just like two old queens in New York,
is
you know?
exactly like that. I see them together so much. Like I feel like their chemistry is really, it's on.
Well, and it is also funny always to me when you have a character like Joey who is just like your classic womanizer and he can't, you know, he never wants to be tied down and he doesn't want to keep a relationship going and he's just a free spirit, except that like he just wants to be with Chandler and they just spend so much time together. They'll just sit in their apartment tossing a ball to each other for hours and hours and hours, just talking, just chatting.
Exactly. Like Joey doesn't
just sharing their
like,
thoughts and their feelings.
I feel like also he's just like aggressive. Like when you have a character who's aggressively that into women, you're like, you're not.
Plus, you're trying to tell me that, again, mid-late 90s, aughts, you have a daytime soap opera actor star with a long-term live-in boyfriend who never maintains a solid relationship to a woman.
It's clear.
You tell me what he is.
I mean, Joey, like,
I'm just saying, listeners, you tell me what that sounds like.
Even if we want to say that Chandler and Monica should end up together, I get it. Joey's in love with Chandler. Unrequited, whatever it is, like, he's in love with Chandler. That is his one true love. That's it. I also feel like there's, like, you know, there's that whole, like, Joey and Rachel kind of situation.
Yeah.
I feel like that's also displacement. It's like, oh, well, I've been friends.
That's just the woman that's had Ross's dick in.
Exactly. Like, Joey, why do you own...
Oh, no.
Why do you only...
A sentence I never want to hear come out of my own mouth ever again, quite honestly.
But, like, why do you only want to sleep with women that your friends have slept with?
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot. And I also feel like it's just giving, like, that's my pretty friend. Like, I should like her. You know? It's like...
Yeah.
It's very much like, well, I don't know. I don't feel anything for any women, but, like, I love this person, so maybe that's the thing. He's giving repressed
It's
gay.
extremely misplaced.
Yes.
Yeah, it's giving, like, misplaced. There's no women that I actually want to be with, but I care about you a lot.
Mm-hmm. So, like, maybe you're the one?
Yeah.
But then I feel like it's also, like, that whole storyline is so, like...
She's super, like, out of reach as well. You know? It's like, I've decided to place all of my eggs in this one conflicted, unattainable basket.
Exactly. Because, like, you don't actually want the basket. You just want to look at it.
Yeah.
And, like...
You just want to take the basket to a farmer's market with your boyfriend.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's for me, like, that's the Joey and Chandler of it all.
Yeah. Talk to me about Rachel more in a general sense.
Oh my gosh. Rachel. I don't even know. Where do you start with this girl?
She got terrible taste in men.
She has such horrible taste in men. I feel like, to be fair, I'm like, Rachel's probably the straightest out of them all because of that.
I think so. But I could make some of the same arguments for Rachel and the tendency to go for, like, the hottest and worst guys.
Yes.
When you're trying to push some things down, you know?
Well, and I feel like they're like, if we talk about like the basic should have been gay tropes that we see over and over and over and over, the like sibling replacement, right? We see that Monica and Rachel have been best friends since they were young, right?
Yes.
Rachel did not give a fuck about Ross. He was creepy as hell.
He was the worst.
Right? He was like,
no one is worse than like Keytar Ross in high school.
Like so cringe. And I feel as though it's like, oh, well, Monica's my best friend. I want to be a part of her family. And like her brother is also here. So like, sure, that could work. Right? Like, but I do feel like when I think of the pairings, I like how I'm like, it's interesting how you're like Janice and Monica. Because to be fair, I feel like they probably be better partners to each other than Rachel and Monica. But I feel like there is that roommate dynamic of like, that's the person she comes to every day. I feel like we barely like, even though like it's like Ross and Rachel are supposed to be end game, whatever. We don't, I feel like we mostly see Rachel with Monica.
Well, yeah.
Because it's like, they're the...
And because they're the roommates for so long of that show as well, you know? I mean, I could see them working together. I think if I had to pair up any of the three main women, that's probably who I would go with.
I feel like it's like a little bit more like Monica is shown to be like neurotic, is I feel like her like defining characteristic. But I feel like Rachel also has some serious anxiety. You know what? The both of them are like quite gay because they have horrible mental health issues. They're both just reminding each other to take their antidepressants. Like, that's what I see.
Yeah.
That's what I see for these two, like, highly high-strung women. But then I'm also wondering, would they be less high-strung if they just allowed themselves to date?
To date someone who wasn't terrible?
Yeah. Like, I feel like Monica's, like, so tightly wound.
Yeah, I think the problem is anytime I see characters, like female characters in shows, dating the worst choices of men, and especially I think the worst choices in men in ways that feel deeply relatable to queer people with a secret, you know, like Monica's whole thing with
her professor or whatever, or her dad's friend,
her dad's friend, with Richard. Like, I feel like that is such a gay move, right? To be like, oh, who do I have a crush on? This man, 30 years my senior. Like, it's not.
No. It's giving like severe daddy issues, but it's like, just use your daddy issues like to be a lesbian. Like, you don't have to date this old man.
I just think there's something to be said for like the ways in which they pick the wrong men are very like trying too hard.
It's like, I have to date a man. It's just like, I feel like that's the whole thing about like Friends in general, the show. It's like, it's so comp-het. It's like, right, like their entire like show is like, okay, well, I have to date a man at some, like, you know what I mean? All of them are like, it's just like, what's our dating life look like?
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, well, we're friends, therefore now we have to date each other because it's like, we're women and you're men. So therefore we must date each other.
It's the When Harry Met Sally formula of media, right? Can't have a man and a woman on screen if they don't try to fuck at least once.
Exactly. And pretty much all of them.
Because that's how life is.
Right? It's like, I feel like they also just like are passing each other around.
Don't you just hate when you're left in a room with a man, Ellie, for like more than, I don't know what, 12 to 15 minutes? And like, you just can't help but almost have sex with each other.
It always happens.
It's just a fact of life. That's science. And I think our media should respect that.
I mean, Friends clearly did.
Thank you, Friends.
Thank you, Friends, for understanding male-female dynamics perfectly. And
incredible.
And telling an entire generation to find your Ross. Should we talk about Ross?
Oh my God. Do we have to? I mean, yes, but like, do we have to? Here's the thing. One of the things I will say about, because Ross obviously is the lowest on our should have been gay list, but here's what I will give Ross as my argument for what makes him gay. He sucks.
And that's it.
And
period.
No, but you know what I would say is like you could redeem Ross slightly for me if he was deeply
Closeted?
trying to hide what?
Closeted.
Yeah, closeted. Like, because, like, let's be fair. We've all been in the closet, and no one's at their best. When you're, like, deeply trying to pretend that you are not the person that you are, sure, like, you can suck. And
so,
Ross
what about Ross sucks?
Sucks
Why
so
does he
hard.
suck to you? Tell me.
Oh, God, Ellie. Okay, so he is a whiny little baby boy man. He is so self-involved, selfish, immature, almost sociopathic at times, right? Like, the ways in which Ross feels entitled to things, and specifically, like, from women, is gross. The way he treats the women that he's in relationships with, or has been in relationships with, is gross. Like, have you ever seen the edits where, because again, like, one of the reasons I do have a hard time watching this show ever again is like the laugh track is hard to go back to. But have you ever seen the edits where people take out the laugh track?
No.
And it's just like the moments that were supposed to be comedic with Ross without a laugh track. And they're like, he comes across like straight up like a serial killer.
Yeah, not surprising.
If you take away the laugh track from some of the moments that are supposed to be jokes of things that he says, he is straight up gonna murder you. He is terrifying. He's so scary. He's whiny and angry. He's yelling at people all the time. He's constantly everything, like everyone is attacking him and he's lashing out at it. I mean, he straight up sucks. He's bad.
I feel as though Ross is really like the archetype of the like, I'm a nice guy.
Yes.
And I have had some of my friends be like, oh, I'm just like Ross. And I'm like,
no.
Don't fucking say that to me.
Don't fucking say that.
Because
never fucking say that, people.
You do not want to be Ross. Because Ross is like, it's like, oh, he's portrayed as like, quote unquote, like supposed to be like the nice guy that Rachel ends up with after all these assholes. It's like, actually, he's probably the biggest asshole of all.
Yeah. And here's the thing, like, truly, I think, even after 10 seasons of what a absolute piece of shit he was, if you had ended that show with Ross suddenly showing up with a boyfriend and being, like, super chill and just, like, no longer a giant dickweed about everything, I honestly would have forgiven him. I would have been like, he was going through a lot, you know? He was having a rough time. He was in a bad place. He was in a dark place for 9 years.
It's really giving
you know?
Yeah.
We've all been there.
It's giving like, I can forgive you if you're gay, but otherwise like it's unacceptable.
But otherwise it's unacceptable the way he acted for that entire show. And also because then it would explain certain things where it's like, remember the episode where Ben has a doll?
Yes, like Jesus Christ, this like
and he like lost his fucking mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's so homophobic.
And his son having a doll.
He's so homophobic. He's very homophobic towards his freaking lesbian ex-wife.
Yep.
Yeah, it's giving
but
internalized.
Doesn't it also give beard? Doesn't it give?
Yeah, exactly. Like
we bearded up with each other, but you decided to be honest, and I am still stuck here in the closet being fucking miserable and terrible to everyone I know.
It is giving you went back on the beard contract, and now I'm pissed.
Yeah. Yeah.
I see it so differently now.
I feel like the problem is I talk myself into it and being like, maybe Ross wasn't that bad. But then I'm like, but that wasn't the story. And so he actually just straight up sucks that hard. He straight up sucks so bad. And again, listen, in terms of shows, because again, cultural monolith of a show, the damage done to young teen tween girls during the 90s and aughts, man.
Rough.
Listen. You may be entitled to financial compensation
if you
were hurt by Ross and the ideas that it created in your head of what an appropriate way to be treated by a man was, you know, hit us up at letshangoutpod@gmail.com.
Honestly, so rough.
We don't have money for you, but someone somewhere should.
Somewhere in the world.
Somewhere in the world, someone should be paying girls for what it told them was a good, healthy relationship. Because, again, it wasn't that. That wasn't it.
No. I feel like it's
that
also giving like, I don't know, it's like this like unrequited love thing where it's like, if you're pining after someone like that for like fucking 15 years
Yeah.
It's just creepy at that point. It's not like, oh, wow, this is nice. It's creepy.
It's creepy.
Also, they were not on a break. He's just like, well, they were on a break technically, but like
they were on a break.
But also,
yeah.
like, he sucks.
He just sucks.
It's like, who cares that you're on a break?
He
If that's
just
the love of your
sucks.
life, like, what the fuck are you doing? Stop it.
Yeah, but I think that's the problem. Is it's like it just everything was always about like
him and his
Ross and his
Yes.
feelings and how
He
nothing
was-
else in the world
yeah,
mattered.
he was so hurt.
But
that-
his feelings
yes.
and like screeching them at people, like because that's the thing is like that's truly I think why the no laugh track edit is so terrifying. Is like think about how many times
He was yelling.
Ross, but yelling in this like high pitched like I'm upset up here kind of way where you're just like, that's a crazy way to talk to people. Like he had this crazy voice that he would go into that was just like played for laughs. But when you take the laughs away that aren't there in real life, like it's psychopathic. Like it's crazy. He's a crazy guy,
I
man.
agree.
Crazy character.
I realized we didn't talk about Rachel's like lesbian episode.
Yeah, we should talk about Winona Ryder, right?
Yes. So there's an episode, right, where Winona Ryder comes back. It's her friend from college, Melissa, who has been in love with her since they shared a drunken kiss.
Who wouldn't be? Okay, so here's the premise of the episode. The premise of the episode is they run into Winona Ryder, and then Rachel is like, oh my God, that's so crazy. Like, we totally got drunk and kissed once, right? And that girl, for the whole episode, is like, oh, I don't even remember that, right? And Rachel is trying to convince Monica and Phoebe, because Phoebe's like, I don't buy it. Phoebe's like, you're too vanilla for that. You're too straight for that. Like, you would never,
And she's
right?
like, I would,
and so
I would.
Rachel's like, I totally would, and I totally did, and we totally kissed. And so then she goes up to Winona Ryder and is like, tell Phoebe how we kissed. And she's like, oh, I don't remember, right? And the whole gag is like, yeah, by the end of the episode, she's like, no, of course I remember. That meant everything to me. That kiss
I was in
like
love
changed
with
my
you
whole
forever,
life.
yeah.
Yes, right? But no, Rachel totally remembers. And then that episode also ends with Phoebe being like, I just wanted to see what all the fuss was about.
Oh, yeah,
like,
and they
kissing
kiss. Yeah,
Rachel
yeah.
herself, right? But no, she totally remembers. And Winona Ryder definitely remembers, but is lying and saying she doesn't the whole episode.
I love it. But also, like, that's giving so gay where she's like, Rachel's like, I remember this kiss. And then she's like,
I totally kissed a
drunken
girl.
kiss. And she's like, I did
Yeah.
it, I did it. Do you want to talk a little bit about Monica specifically? I feel like I talked about her in
I do
relation
want to talk a
Rachel.
little bit about Monica. Yes. Because here's the other thing. Is like sometimes I feel like women who are portrayed in, and I mean, we talked a little bit about this with the Janice thing, but I just feel like there's this tendency to portray women as like who are too much that to me, I'm always like, not for a lesbian.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what are you talking about? Who wouldn't want Monica? She's a great cook. She's a little OCD. Her apartment's always spotless.
It's so true. I also feel like you relate to Monica, correct?
If you had to pick like which one of the Friends characters are you the most like do I want the answer to be Monica? No, but it probably is.
Yeah. You're correct.
What was the last time we did this to me? Why are we
I
always
know,
doing
I'm
this
so
to me,
sorry.
Ellie? It's always like I'd like to pretend I could be someone else, but realistically I'm probably a cross between Monica and Chandler, and neither of those say good things about me, I don't think.
I think they do say good things about you, but it's just funny.
Are you Phoebe?
I am so Phoebe.
Damn it. Why do you get to be Phoebe
I know,
and
I'm sorry.
Monica?
I was just going to say, I think it is funny, though, because you're right. Basically, they're like, oh, Monica's so type A. Like, she's crazy. And
Yeah.
it's like, you would come home to this lesbian and she would have cooked you a whole meal. What's the problem?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it is like, they make it so aggressive.
She just needs to mellow a little bit. And
I
I
do
feel like
think
if she
she
wasn't
needs-
constantly having to defend herself against the onslaught of everyone, like making fun of everything about her at all times, like she would.
She needs
you
another
know?
lesbian to be like, no, you are perfect. And then she's like,
She's
"Ah."
a little,
Yeah.
she's a little much. She's a little over the top. She cares a lot, you know?
You're so right.
But at the same time, like she's gonna give 110%
you are,
every time.
You are so right.
She's gonna clean.
I know.
Everything's clean. Listen, I could use a Monica in my life right now. Look at my house, Ellie. Look at my life.
Should we
The
tell?
problem
should
is
we tell?
neither
should we tell
Kelsey nor I are Monica when it comes to cleaning our damn house. Right? That's the problem. You need a Monica.
You're so right. Why don't you just?
If
If you need a third, your
if we
third
need a
is
third who's a
Monica.
Monica, hit us up.
Yeah, your third is Monica. That is.
That's what every relationship
Hysterical.
needs. Okay. You need a third who just wants to cook
or
and
just
clean.
like I don't know, pay for a cleaner every once in
She's
a while.
the perfect
It's
woman.
fine. Any other things we want to talk about before we lead into which characters are we shipping?
There's no way to cover 10 seasons of a show with this. I mean, what did they have? Like 200 plus?
So many
Like,
episodes.
we're never going to do it. We're hitting our main points.
We're hitting the bullet points. Any like diehard Friends fans, if you have more specific things for us, please hit us up. Let us know. But let's dive in.
Oh my God.
Which characters are
Tell
we
us
shipping?
everything we forgot. All of the moments that we should have talked about or ever, like, watched the show and prepped. But I honestly, there's a lot more Friends inside of my head than I want there
It's a
to
lot.
be honest.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
I also have quite a bit hanging in there. All right. So which characters are we shipping?
Listen, I really sold myself on Janice and Monica now. I'm
like
not going
it.
to lie. I'm here for it.
What's their ship name?
Jonica.
It works.
Manus.
I think
they're both
yeah.
bad.
I think Jonica's a little better than Manus.
Janica?
Janica could work.
Janica could work.
I am a Chandler Joey fan, really. Joey does not sound good either.
Chandler's not good either.
Their ship names might not. What are their last names? Bing and Tribbiani. Tribbing?
Well,
Tribbing?
I'm sorry. That's so funny. I feel like I saw that coming before you even said it out loud.
I started to say it and didn't even. And as it came out of my mouth,
No,
it turned into.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
Hashtag Tribbing is their ship name. You can't take it back. It's happened. It's out there.
It's accurate. We have other ships as well.
That's so funny.
Monica and Rachel. Monchel.
Monica and Rachel. Yeah.
Ronica.
Monchel. It's not
Phoebe.
good.
Do we have a ship?
I feel like my problem is I really like the Polly Phoebe, and I don't know.
Yeah,
who to ship her
honestly,
with.
whoever Phoebe wants. Phoebe's a free spirit.
Yeah, she can't be tied down in one ship.
Of course
Come
not.
on.
You know what, Leigh? I'm pretty proud of us. We pulled this together pretty quick, and I think it was the right choice. I knew it.
We crushed it.
I knew that we could talk about Friends and why it should have been gay at the drop of a hat, and here we are.
I'm proud of us.
I'm so proud of us. Are you ready for our Q and gay?
I'm so ready.
Q and gay.
Question 1, Ellie. Which friend are you? Out of Rachel, Monica, Phoebe, Ross, Joey, or Chandler?
I think I am a combination of Phoebe and Joey. The two clown characters.
I will allow that. That's fine. Yeah.
Leigh, what is a Friends quote you still break out on a regular basis? A, pivot. B, oh my God. C, how you doing? Or D, 777. I can't say any of these. I don't know the context for any of these.
Yeah, the context, well, I'm going to say probably it's pivot because I hate that I actually do legitimately say that every time it comes up. You can't say the word pivot. If you're like a millennial of a certain age, you can't say pivot without it going pivot. It just, you can't do it. Oh my God is Janice.
Oh, yes, of course.
How you doing is
obviously.
Joey. And 777 is when they're trying to list the erogenous zones.
Oh, yes, yes, I remember.
Erogenous zones for the boys. And then they're like, you got to do like a little 2, a little 5, a little 5, 4, 2,
Yes.
2, 3, 3, 7, 7, 7. So, anyway.
Yes, Leigh, you clearly have encyclopedic knowledge.
This is like when we did Will and Grace for you, Ellie.
Well, that's why I'm saying.
We're playing to our strengths
Exactly.
here.
Will and Grace is like my gay friends.
Question 3, Ellie. How much do you think they paid for that apartment? A, $500 a month. B, $1,000 a month. C, $1,500 a month. Or D, $4,000
I feel like the numbers are all over the place. That was my choice. I just feel as though that shit was rent controlled in the 90s.
Yeah.
I feel like they really were paying like $1,000 a month.
I was gonna say 500. I feel
it was
lower.
nothing.
It was nothing.
Which is amazing. Good for them.
Yeah.
Okay, question number 4. What was the worst Ross moment? A, we were on a break. B, wrong name at the altar. C, not finishing the annulment. Or D, hating Ben's doll.
The real answer is there is no answer. All of Ross's moments are the worst. He is the worst person.
Correct.
He's the worst character and the worst person, and he sucks for everything at all times, always.
True. Good answer.
Remember when he faked an accent in his class and then had to phase it out? He's just the worst.
He's so annoying. I agree.
Yeah. Okay, question 5, Ellie. Did you ever date a Ross? A, yes, and it sucked. Or B, no, thank God.
I don't know. I'm going to say no, thank God. But I do feel like a Ross is an insidious one.
Mm.
You don't know it until you're in it, I feel.
Yeah. He sucks.
But I'm going to say no, thank God. Because I never dated men long enough for that to happen to me.
You know what I love about this episode is that we decided to wing it on how Friends should have been gay, was kind of gay, and really what it ultimately turned into is here's how Ross is the worst, and that's correct. And I love that.
That's just accurate. But I mean, we can agree that Friends should have been gay.
Should have been gay. We love hearing from all of you. We love continuing to build this community, and we just want to shout out some of our favorite things every episode. Starting with, we want to shout out a comment on our Patreon from Maureen, who was so excited that we're back with season 9. We are excited too. And also mentioned that she was so excited to be getting married recently in the face of the absolute shit show that the world is. So we just wanted to say congrats, Maureen.
Yay, we love a wedding.
Yay, we're so excited.
Especially
we love a gay
wedding.
wedding. We all need more gay weddings. So, thank you. Get us rolling, Maureen. Start a wave.
Yes. Also want to shout out Durr, who reached out after our Titanic episode and said, yes, I have told a hairdresser, please give me the Leo from Titanic haircut. And that is a true gay right there.
That's so real. It's such a gay mood.
Mm-hmm. How many hairdressers have heard, give me the Leo from Titanic? Many. Yes.
You may be entitled to financial compensation. Anyways, we, as always, want to thank our Lesbian Jesus patrons, Mark Foster,
Lizette Stye,
Adi Benitez,
Sophia Phillips,
and Armani Gucci.
And our King Princess patrons, Amy and Ellen.
And Andrea Doucette. Thank you all so much. We absolutely could not continue this podcast without your help and the help of all of our patrons.
Remember, you can also find us on all the social medias, Instagram, Facebook, Blue Sky, and TikTok at Lez Hang Out Pod.
You can send us an email at lezhangoutpod@gmail.com.
You can check out our website at lezhangoutpod.com.
Whatever app you use to listen to podcasts, make sure that you subscribe. That way you'll get new episodes as soon as they go up every week.
We're also posting videos on our YouTube channel, so make sure you subscribe at youtube.com/lezhangoutpod to catch them.
Lez Hang Out is an independently produced show. It's hosted by us. Our audio production is done by Ellie. Our production assistant is Krista Murison, and various other podcasting shenanigans are done by me.
If you want to support the podcast, the easiest thing to do is rate and review us on iTunes or wherever you listen to your podcasts. We love hearing what you have to say.
If you want to support us financially, you can join our Patreon. It is one of the best ways to help us keep making this show. You get access to our Discord. You get access to all of our bonus Patreon episodes. You can join that at bit.ly/LezPatreon.
If you want to get some Lez Hang Out merch, it's always a good time to wear a shirt that says you're gay. Lee's right now says homonormative, but in the screen, it just said homo. So I love that for you. But grab a homonormative shirt. Grab a shirt that says Les on it. We have so many good designs. We have
Grab your H2OMO giant hydration mug.
Exactly.
I was using mine this week.
Be gay, drink water. You can do that at bit.ly/lesmerch.
Remember, we also have a queer production company making queer podcast musicals with guaranteed happy endings. You can find us everywhere at Dollar Bean Prod.
Or at our website, dollarbeanproductions.com.
You can listen to our first 2 shows, The Flame and Journey to the Heart, on any podcasting apps.
And if you want to help support us in making more musicals, you can join our Patreon at bit.ly/dollarbeanpatreon.
If you want to follow us individually, you can find me on Instagram, Blue Sky, and TikTok at LSH Foster.
And you can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Ellie Brigida. With that, I'm Ellie.
And I'm Leigh. And let's hang out again soon.
Let's hang out.
The Old West is an iconic period of American history and full of legendary figures whose names still resonate today, like Jesse James, Billy the Kid, and Butch and Sundance, Sitting Bull, Crazy Horse, and Geronimo, Wyatt Earp, Bat Masterson, and Bass Reeves, Buffalo Bill Cody, Wild Bill Hickok, the Texas Rangers, and many more. Hear all their stories on the Legends of the Old West podcast. We'll take you to Tombstone, Deadwood, and Dodge City, to the plains, mountains, and deserts for battles between the U.S. Army and Native American warriors, to dark corners for the disaster of the Donner Party, and shining summits for achievements like the Transcontinental Railroad. We'll go back to the earliest days of explorers and mountain men, and head up through notorious Pinkerton agents and gunmen like Tom Horn. Every episode features narrative writing and cinematic music, and there are hundreds of episodes available to binge. I'm Chris Wimmer. Find Legends of the Old West wherever you're listening now.